Hello again, it's LockNoob, and it's time for another Banggood.com review. So in front of us, we have a safe lock, actually, with the classic double-sided keys. So for those of you who don't know, Banggood.com approached me a while ago now to ask whether I'd like to do some reviews for them, and I said yes, mostly because I like to let people know what is out there, whether it's any good, and also Banggood give us some really good money off vouchers. So if you are interested in things like this, then we have an opportunity to save lots of money. If you look in the description, this normally sells for about £20, depending on the exchange rate of the day, and with 25% off, of course, it'll make it around £15, which for any practice lock at all like this, with a clear cutaway, is a real bargain. So what do you get? Well, you get the safe lock itself, which has false gates here, you can see. You can also see the true gates. It's got a Perspex cover, which is held on by these three protrusions and that Phillips screwdriver, well, Phillips screw there. And it also comes with the actual plates you can put on top, just in case you actually want to use a lock or practice it blind. So just undo the screw and swap it over. Interestingly, there's a web address on here, probably from the makers, but it's on backwards, purposefully by the looks of things. Nevertheless, let's show you how it works. So you have a set of levers in the safe lock, and you have a key. And if you look, it's double-sided. So the bottom part here, this part here, is for tensioning, and then you've got all the other levers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 5 or 6 levers anyway. And what happens is you can see that the overall distance from here to here is exactly the same, but the actual levers are offset either one side or the other. Let me show you. It's easier to show you. Well, it's got Perspex lock, so you put the key in, turn it, and you'll see that some of those levers are moving sort of back and forth a little bit to go to the right depth. It only turns one way. But yeah, can you see lever 1, for example? It goes forwards a bit and then it gets pushed back into position. So you can see what's actually happening there is that this leading edge pushes it forwards and this edge just moves it back slightly. So on lever 1, the first one we can see, there we go. So it's quite a nice mechanism, just seeing it all separate out and then pull in. If you look here on the actual the bolt itself, you can see that it's got a sort of W-shaped profile. You see there? Now that is a security mechanism, because you can see that there are many false gates or notches on all of the levers in that lever pack. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 levers. So 7 levers. So yeah, so 7 double-sided levers there. And you can see how that, if you pull back the bolt to tension against levers, it will dig in. So what I've found is when you're picking this, you definitely need to use light tension. Just rest the bolt on the lever pack. So how am I going to demonstrate how to pick it? Well, Banggood actually do sell some 2-in-1 levers picks, and I did a review on them a while ago, and I've actually got one of them here, and I think that these 2-in-1 lever picks with a hole in are actually designed for these safe locks. So let's have a go in. I think the 25% off voucher for this set has unfortunately expired, but you can use a 15% off. Let's get some autofocus on that. Some 15% off vouchers for lockpicking tools, I think, below. Have a look in the description, see what I've got. So the idea is that you would put some tension on the bolt, and if I pull it up, you'll see that as I turn the top one, it pulls it down to rest it, and then you would use this little tool here to get in, and let me turn that at a slightly better angle for you. There we go. And pick those levers. So you can see I'm not doing it blind, but you go along and move it back and forth on a lever. Is it binding? No. Next one. Is it binding? A little bit. I always like to go right on these and then go down to the next one. Is it, or clockwise, is it binding? Yes it is. Again, just go down, and you might need to go back, so on a few of these things. So I've got a bound lever. I'd always go one way first on these, so like I say, clockwise, a bound lever on 3. Just go again. By the way, we're putting virtually zero tension on the actual pick itself, because if you sorry, on the tension bar itself, if you do, then it'll bind up completely. You won't be able to get past any of it. So just going down, gently nudging. Let's have a look. 1, it's fine. 2's fine. 3's bound still. There we go. And we've got it. So there we go. So that's, I mean, it's relatively easy to do because I can see what's happening. I can get some positioning, but it is really interesting to see how it works. The gates on this lock are actually quite wide, which is good. But the sort of anti-pick measures are actually quite good too. So the gate's wide, which is useful for learning how to pick these safe locks. But these notches on the bolt itself really dig into these false gates on either side of the levers. So yeah, it's a fun little thing. I think that for the price, for £15 with a Perspex screen and the actual cover itself, I haven't seen anything like it for that price anywhere else. I really haven't. So I think if you're interested in picking safe locks, and by the way, you don't need a 2-in-1 tool. You can do these with wires. It's just one for tensioning, one for picking the levers. I just happen to have this to hand. So yeah, I mean, really, the overall quality of it is pretty good. I don't have anything bad to say about this at all. I think for the price, it's very good. It's fun picking a safe lock. I've never picked one before. I can't wait to learn to pick this blind. It works well with the 2-in-1 lever pick tools. If you did pick those up, you can pick it with wires if you wish. Yeah, I really can't say anything bad about it. So if you are interested in learning how to pick a safe lock, and you want to take advantage of the 25% off voucher below, then yeah, go check this out. I think it's quite a good piece of fun for the money. Alright, I'll see you next time.